Tonight is I guess you'd say our major fundraiser for the year for the Journey Home Project. The night is about fun and about education. We want people to know what we're doing, but we also want them to know to see the effects of what we're doing. We'll be showing some of the ramifications, some of the things we've been doing. We try to honor the people who have really gone above and beyond to help our veterans.
If some of us folks don't step up privately and do some things for these veterans and for our servicemen and women, who's going to do it?
Journey Home Project was founded to try to help our men and women who are coming back from their military service, most of them from combat, to reposition themselves back into civilian life.
We give them a sword to go over and fight and to serve our country. And when they come back, you kind of take that sword away from them. What organizations like the Journey Home Project and a lot of the other veteran service organizations out there do is they give them a sword back and give them a purpose to be a part of something that's bigger than themselves and give them that sense of service again.
Whatever we can do to make those families know that, hey, you know what? No matter what happens, we've got your back. That's a big deal. I promise you it is.
And as I say on stage every night, only two things protect America. It's the grace of Almighty God and the United States military. It has always been that way, will always be that way as long as America stays a free and sovereign nation.
It is my great honor to have right here in the studio, Charlie Daniels, the one and only. Charlie, so glad to have you here, my friend. I'm amazed, 60 years in the business and you're still out there performing over 150 dates a year. Absolutely unbelievable. Nobody's working that hard.
Well, we do about 110. We've cut back a little bit.
Oh, wow, you're a real slacker, Charlie, only doing 110 dates a year. But you've maintained such a fan base. You could retire if you wanted to, but you don't want to.
I have no desire to retire. I just, I think the people that I admire a lot, like little Jimmy Dickens, who entertained into his late 90s, I think you need something to get you out of bed in the morning, something to put your heart and soul into, and something to keep your interest up. With me, that's music. That's entertaining people. And as long as the good Lord's willing, I am.
One of the things you have given so much of your time and personal investment in has been the Journey Home Project. Something for our veterans. We just saw a little bit about it. This is something, it's not just some charity you throw your name at. You are really sleeves up in this. How come?
Well, I am a child of the Second World War. I'm from Wilmington, North Carolina. It's a seaport town. We had a shipyard there that built Liberty ships, and it was a place where boats picked up cargo, war cargo, and took it across the Atlantic Ocean to our troops over there. Only two things protect America. It's the grace of God and the United States military. And I grew up knowing that there was somebody, no matter how dark the days got in the Second World War when the battles were going bad and the casualties were high, we knew there was somebody out there that was saying, to get to them, you got to come through me, and that ain't gonna happen. And that's the people who stand between us and our enemies, and we can never, ever do enough for our veterans.
It just occurred to me, President Trump will finish his next term, and maybe we ought to draft Charlie Daniels to run for president. I think that's a great idea.
I'll leave politics to you.
Yeah, you see what he did for me. In addition to the phenomenal music that you put out, you've got a brand new CD. It's called Bo Weevil's Songs in the Key of E. Bunch of new tunes on here.
Well, if you notice the Songs in the Key of E, as I wrote those songs, they all seemed like favored the key of E to be sung in. So I thought, what the heck? I just call it Songs in the Key of E. But that was a fun project I did with a friend of mine, James Stroud, who I know you know.
I know, he's a great producer and a great drummer.
We had been wanting to do a project together for a long time, so we got together and did that. It's a pretty neat little piece of music.
It's a great piece of music, Charlie. You're being too modest. But I want to talk about the two different books you've done. One is called Let's All Make the Day Count. It's kind of a day-by-day, almost just thought for the day.
Yes, it is. It's a feature I started on my Twitter account a long time ago. I always do a little thing, do little sayings and do little things. Let's all make the day count. And that's what we do. We have to take it a day at a time, make that day count. And then when the day comes tomorrow, make that day count.
Now, the other book I want to mention, because I think the title says it all, and it's really I think, a testimony of how you entertain people. It says, never look at the empty seats. It's a memoir of Charlie Daniels. A great reminder that when you go out to perform, you don't care whether there's 15 people or 15,000, you're going to give it your all.
Well, I learned that early in my career, because when you're a young musician, you're going to have some empty seats. You play anywhere you can for anybody that will come and listen to you. And if you walk on stage and say, well, I don't feel good, I'm just going to slough through this, you know, and mess around. Bad idea, because you impress the people that are out there. The next time you come back to town, you'll bring somebody with them, and that's how you build up a following. That's how you have a career.
Your voice is a voice of affirmation to the greatness of this country, and we just need more people celebrating America. We need more celebrities who celebrate America. Well, and thank you.
You know, the funny thing about it, Governor, is there are a lot of people that are like-minded. They're out around this country. I travel this country coast to coast and border to border every year. And the support for our military, patriotism in America, and appreciation for America amongst people around this country, the working class of people, the older people, is there. We've got to pass this on to our children. That's the main thing we got to do.
Well, if we don't get to vote for you for president, we're going to get this music, because I'm going to tell you, you'll love it. You can get your copy of Charlie Daniels' Bo Weevil's Songs in the Key of E, everywhere music is sold, and discover his books, music, and a lot more at charliedaniels.com.
Can I say one more thing?
Of course, you're Charlie Daniels. You can say anything you want to.
I cannot come on this show and not compliment your band. I have watched your show. I watched it on the road. I watched it.
Oh, thank you.
That is a great band.
I agree. Trey Corley and the Music City Connection are a great band, no doubt about it. I also want to tell our folks you can learn more about the Journey Home Project, and I hope you will, because Charlie's doing some great work with our veterans, and I hope you'll be a part of it. That you can find out about at thejourneyhomeproject.org.